us, non-Americans, when we visit the United States of America, we find it very interesting, a little bit bizarre, as to why there are so many drive-thrus. I mean, not just McDonald's, also banks, dry cleaners have drive-through facilities. I mean, why? But today I have finally understood why. Because why on earth would you want to get out of a car like this one and deal with peasants like me? This, ladies and gentlemen, is a big boy from Texas, 2019 Cadillac ESCALADE in a Platinum version, which is top of the range. Well, let's take a short drive and see if this American SUV has got it all.
Give me a chance to make it right.
So there's a whole lot of car, a big body to push, over 2.6 tons, so the data is telling me. Although I think it's a bit of a lie, this car has got to be heavier than 2.6 tons. But of course you would need a truck license if they were telling you the truth, so better to keep it quiet. You need big muscles. So whilst the other brands are messing around, you know who I'm talking about. Yes, you, dearest Ford, slapping on a pony badge on a large electrical vehicle. Cadillac is just not messing around, because they've put a 6.2 litre V8 petrol engine which pumps a glorious 426 horsepower, 621 newton meters of torque. That's right, I told you they're not messing around. And you see, whilst I should be telling you at the very beginning how good and soft this car feels to drive, being professional, I tell you, the very first thing is you in this car, you feel like a full-on drug dealer, like an American gangster from Los Angeles. And we know both individuals are well off. Well, they should be, they're doing their job, obviously. So this car will set you off at 121,000 Swiss francs in Switzerland, which is more or less an equivalent to the US dollar. Now in America, they're very patriotic. This car costs about 100K, which is actually a really good price. Now that we're on numbers, you would expect a car like this to actually suck a bit of petrol. But all I'm using is actually, I'm cruising calmly today. I know. Is about 12 liters, which is 20 miles to the gallon in American terms. I mean, quite frankly, this is a little bit unheard of.
Speak with clarity.
And onto the cabin, and I must say, wow, because of the quality of the materials, the finishing, the style, the beautiful use of Alcantara, I really like it, puts quite a few Germans to shame. And onto Infotainment System. Now, because I was not familiar with it at all, and I am blonde, it has taken a fair bit of time for me to get my head around it. Now it is relatively easy and simple. You've got the touch screen here. I wish the screen was a little bit bigger, but let's not complain, because we've got the controls here on your steering wheel. And truth be told, majority of operations is happening right here whilst you're driving, looking at this beautiful digital displays. You've got also the head-up display. I really like it. I don't know if you noticed, but we also have a CD player. Not everybody's taking a piss at Lexus, saying, oh, this is so pathetic, nobody's using CD players anymore. Well, you see, part of the target group for these brands are people who are already driving these cars and they want to have CD players. So you tell me who's the pathetic one and who's laughing last. I do like this gear lever. This is for me full on America. Oh yeah.
'Cause I'm lost in America.
And because kings and queens do not have to or simply do not want to reach very far, here's your Glovebox button. The Glovebox is lined with a beautiful velvet-like material, not to keep some silly manuals, get rid of it, but to put your crown in here. I do like this secret box. Should you decide to go swimming and you don't want to take your diamonds with you, you can put them right here. There's also a USB charging point, not for my diamonds, not sure why this is there, because I've got a wireless charging pad right here in the middle. I do love this feature actually. In case you get a bit peckish and want to grab a nibble, well, there's also a fridge. Of course, it's an American car, not surprised here at all. And you also have refrigerated cup holders to keep your non-vegan Coca-Cola nice and cool. Now, when I was driving, I don't think I've mentioned this, but you know when you're about to crash with another car in the car park or collide with a large obstacle in the middle of the road, such as an elephant or a cow, you hear this irritating sound warning you, stop, where are you going? Well, here actually came a bit of a surprise, because your seat actually vibrates. Who would have known that literally shaking your booty is going to make you awake and make you pay attention? But it really works and it's brilliant. no doubt you feel like a king sitting in the front because these seats are amazing. But what about the feelings of the passengers in the back? Well, it doesn't get any worse here because this gantry space is quite impressive. Let me show you. Put my armrest down. It's my own throne with my personal screen. The other passenger also gets a screen. And you've got one large screen here because there's another set of seats in the back. And what about the third row? Well, in life you never want to be third, do you? I mean, it's okay for 2 small children or chihuahuas, but it's a little bit, well, for me, what's for breakfast? Anna's knees. Now, in terms of the ride quality, it is simply heavenly. You really are in your own world in this car because you do not feel any bumps, you do not feel any imperfections, no toxins are entering your cabin. The steering is light, it is easy, it suits the character of this car perfectly. The steering wheel actually feels really good in your hands. You've got those armrests here to feel more like a king on a throne. Now, the seats are very, very comfortable actually. They've got 18 different positions, that's right. Of course, you've got the seat cooling if you live in a better weather than me. Seat heating necessary for Switzerland. Seat massage, and I like because the seat massage button is actually here, down here on your seat. So you don't have to mess around with this screen. You can just sit back, relax, and well, have a butt massage. So let's get down to nitty-gritty. This is an all-wheel drive, but only when necessary. Otherwise, it's a rear-wheel drive to help you save on fuel. Of course, chopping down 4 cylinders when you're driving calmly and quietly also helps. His Cadillac has managed to save us some dollars. Now, the visibility in this car is very good, and this is a must. Next to having those 360 degrees cameras, you need to feel confident, you need to feel comfortable in this car. And you do. You've got this massive rear window. Got this digital rear view mirror here. With the press of a single button you can switch it on and switch it off. Now, 10-speed automatic transmission, it's a lot for the car to think, but it is smooth as silk and you do not feel any pulls, any sort of hiccups, and the same goes for the brakes. And let's be honest, it is a big cookie to stop. Let's be honest, this car is massive, but it is actually manageable and it's not this difficult to maneuver it in and out of car parks, and the handling isn't too bad either. Well, let me put it this way. So far, I haven't scratched it. So far, I haven't crashed it. Things are looking good. And truth be told, roads in Switzerland are very narrow in comparison to American roads. So let's wrap this American party up. To me, Escalade is so substantial. It is so beautiful, traditional, but also very powerful. And this is why I love it. You see, in a sports car, you feel like God. Here, you feel like a king. And it is an SUV that is probably one of the greatest of all. And it certainly has it all, without false pretenses. And honestly, this has been such a sweet American ride. And for me, it's a bit of a taste of America in Europe. And I reckon I'm ready as I'll ever be to taste some more. Time to wrap things up. Thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my lovely Renee from Cadillac Europe for lending me this car. I look forward to your comments. What do you think of this big American cookie? Let me know. Have a wonderful day, whatever that you're doing, and I shall see you all very, very soon. Bye.